Hello, and welcome to another project. If you were with us last time, you saw us enhance the front yard. Today, we've returned to the back to design and install a sidewalk all the way to the dock and some raised planters here. When we complete the project, we go back for an overview. We'll do this and more on the Designer's Landscape. It's been years that the homeowner has trafficked and traveled all the way down to the dock, and now our goal is to give them somewhat of a surface that they can walk or roll or anything they want to down there. So I've kind of dotted a little outline. So let me work on the outside part of what our walk will consist of or look like. We're thinking a 4-foot wide walk here. That'd be plenty wide, really, for two people to walk side by side. And I'm going to come from here all the way and touch or attach to the driveway. Okay. Now we do have a certain challenge here, and that is this existing little walk that goes to the pool. We should combine both surfaces here, and maybe since this is a gray and our new recyclable material here is going to be a little bit darker color, we want to try to maybe match. Maybe we'll paint that to try to color it in so that this won't appear so different but more uniform, if that makes sense. Now I want to provide a little back way to get from here to the pool, so at some point we'll kind of join right in here, and then keeping that 3+1, that 4-foot distance. Doesn't have to be perfect to start with. I want to kind of come close to the palm tree, as if almost touching it. Now, what I'll do is jump back over to my left track here and continue all the way down. Basically, this is the one that makes the real definite shape. This is important because on the inside track, it's simply going to be 4 feet from this outside line. Now I want to kind of meander out, weave out just a little bit. I may have lost you visually, so you can't really see that line. So I want to kind of double it. The frost and freeze has burnt back all the St. Augustine turf here, so we're kind of browned out, if you will. So you're going to have to imagine the green grass there. But we've got something interesting to note, and that is we'll break through some of this berm, rearrange this hill. This is the back side of the pool. So we want to bring in some terracing material. The goal is to take this and share some ideas with you, how we can transition a 4-foot down to 0, or at least ground level. And instead of just building a wall, can we come out with a couple different layers? Let's see how our walk affects that, and if we can terrace that around here, and even something interesting to show you how to deal with slopes and walls effectively. Make a few little planters. I'm not even sure if we wouldn't put a little patio tree in here. But that line continues to the walk, that much we know. Now when it comes to landscape or landscape design, I want to make something interesting where we bend the curve here at the palm tree. And where you're standing, I'll show you a couple stumps around there. I mean, talking big stumps that will not be removed. So with the grass on this side, why don't I have it come and meander towards you? Now you can at least see the stumps we're dealing with. You guys are a little bit too big to move, but see, the sidewalk will break through the bed. And this will come around and attach here. Then I'll need to join it from the backside, putting all of this with plant material, the taller the better, to soften, come down here and stay out of the root zone, and then come back and join back to our walk, see? Now, what do you think? We've taken, I would call this the hardware area. Instead, it's the root stump area. we soften it, it'll go away, but it will enhance the walk down here. Well, we need something over here in the corner close to the house for a little balance. See a hole in here we need to fill in with some of our extra dirt. And a little planter area here for vegetable gardens or what have you. Let's round off this corner so we won't have to mow back there. We go in the shade. And then I want a nice round little bed, something like that. And then we'll end it up moving towards the driveway. I think this is going to help give us that direction we want and need to create a little bit of flow. So I'm taking our thumb bed and really pulling it towards you a little bit. Now, what do you say we take time and clean out the unwanted grass? Then we may make a bed adjustment or so by more or less taking out, and maybe even adjusting the walk as well. Friends, I'd like you to meet Rob Napolitano from Coleman Concrete Products. Rob, you got a nice product. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, just like you did here, Gary, I think the project that you've done here kind of exemplifies what this product can do. The Physique Stone is a single part system. The nice thing about this particular product is that it's got a double split face. One face is 11 inches long, the other is 7 inches long, which allows you to build serpentine walls easily, as you've done here.
Yeah, now you said a single stone system. What did you say?
Exactly, the single stone system. And what we mean by that is this block here is very light. It's lightweight. It's about 25 pounds, which fits the installer's hands easily.
Yeah, I mean, we found them pretty easy to work with, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. And the double split face, this is the 7-inch face here. You flip it over, it's reversible. It's got an 11-inch face, Gary. And the nice thing about that is you can make nice curved walls. However, if you want to make a straight wall, you can align all 11-inch faces facing forward without leaving unsightly gaps between the back of the stones.
Okay, and we chose to alternate it here. And we have these little smiles in here rather than the bigger ones. What are these grooves on the underside?
Well, those grooves on the stone there, on the bottom face of the stone, Gary, are setback grooves. They're set 1/8 of an inch apart. There's 3 of them here, as you can see. And what that's used is to control setback. And when you're aligning your courses and setting them down, this serves as a guideline so you have a perfectly straight row. Okay. And when you're setting them back, if you want to make a tiered retaining wall, you can step them back. And the nice thing about these setback grooves is it avoids the lip on conventional products, like you've seen those before. Okay. You said that you'd worked with some other products.
Yeah. Now, here's the other thing. The same block that goes grooved or set back up, you flip over on the top to have your finished cap, huh?
Absolutely, and that's what makes the single part system, Gary. You flip it over, and it's got a smooth side, and that's your capstone. It's a single part system.
You don't have to order or use a separate cap on these. It's all the same block.
Absolutely.
Now, when it comes to even cutting, turning corners, and doing some other things, I found this block to be very universal too, huh?
Absolutely. Like what you've done over here is a real beautiful effect. Like you've made these corners here. You split the blocks. How easy was it for you to split them?
I got to admit, we tried the chisel method, and we didn't have that much success with it, but having the cutaway saw that we have access to, we put a concrete blade on it and made a nice score here, about 1/3 of the way down, popped it, and it was perfect. So I thought it was interesting, again, that this same block is used to turn the corners underneath, or in this case, as we used them, to basically do some stair stepping. Your wall doesn't have to be at one level all the way. So we've taken advantage of the terrain or the grade here and kind of stepped it down. I don't know what you think about that.
Absolutely, and that again is the single part system. Like you said, it makes the capstone and it also makes the nice cornerstones. If you split them directly in half like you did, and you said they split very easily, that's precisely what the block is designed to do. You can make some nice radius corners right here, a perfect 90 degrees by alternating the corners.
Now, we're thinking also of maybe bumping this up one more block. I guess we've run out already because we've brought our walls up, and it's like here, we could stop at this point. I think it would be fine, but I'd like to see what one more course would do.
Absolutely, and this block is designed to go 36 inches high maximum height for the retaining wall, but what you've done here is a really nice effect. The tiered effect, it just kind of flows and blends right into the landscape.
We've got a little movement, and at least on this slope, homeowners could see how applicable this product is. You could do one level, one wall, but the stepping down or making it look like planters, I think, is important. Now, I find as a contractor this product to be pretty user-friendly.
Absolutely. It's designed for the landscape market, the homeowner. You know, it's like we mentioned earlier, it's 25 pounds. Each block is easy to lift. It's very light, so it's easy to handle. The trapezoidal shape makes it very easy to handle. It fits the installer's hands nicely, and anyone can do this project, and that's what we're trying to emphasize.
What's the toughest part of getting a wall going, let's say?
Well, you just did this wall here. Was any part of it tough for you?
I think just the base, the course, getting it level, running that base course as level as possible. From there, everything just comes up really pretty quick.
Well, there you go, Gary. That's the simplicity of the stone. Once you get that base course nice and level and you align it and it's perfect, you can build from there. And this block is designed to where you can be as elaborate as you want, or you could do something very simple. And I think that you've shown both uses for this block in this particular wall here. How you have the retaining wall behind us with the serpentine corners and the radius curves and the corners right here. And you've also had a nice tiered effect here in your walkway.
Rob, as far as a homeowner or contractor, what are my options for color?
Well, you've got quite a few, Gary. This block is manufactured in a variety of colors. You got the gray here, which matches this particular house perfectly. And you've also got peach and tan available, as well as some custom colors.
Okay, that's nice to know. Rob, we appreciate really you spending the time and your expertise here today. I think with landscape being completed, this wall is only going to look better.
I think so. It's my pleasure, Gary.
Yeah. I'd like to show you one thing up here. Recycled asphalt. Let's talk about it. I want you to meet Morgan KRAAN with Atlantic Coast Asphalt.
Gary, good to see you.
Good to see you, sir. Tell us, Morgan, about this product.
Well, this is a mixture of crushed asphalt that is brought in from various jobs. Rather than send it off to a landfill, we put it in a pile. We crush it down to a 1/2 inch size or less.
Okay.
And then we introduce it back into our new hot mix asphalt.
Oh, so in the recycling process, I mean, you can put this back into a mix to maybe reduce the cost there?
This reduces the cost of the mix and saves the consumer some money.
And I could see we're not sending a petroleum product like this to the landfill, where there's a savings there.
You save that, you save the cost of having to dispose of it, and it does everybody some good.
Yeah, now, this you say has been crushed down to this particular size, and this isn't what you get off of the...
No, we get chunks anywhere from a couple feet across all the way down to the scraps that's left over.
And when you see the big machines grinding the asphalt and spitting that into a dump truck, that's where this process originates.
A place where the material comes from.
Okay.
That is correct.
Now, we have a special application for it today, and I just want to ask you about that.
Let's take a look.
Morgan, I mean, I feel good about this application. I guess kind of want your blessing or what you think about it.
Well, what you've done here is real good for the homeowner. It's soft. You've got it in. You need to get a compactor on it now and pack it down a little bit.
We plan on doing that, sure. We'll probably moisten it with a little bit of water.
Put a little water on it, pack it in. If you have a little low spots, get a little more material and fill it up. But
sure.
This will do the job. I
Good.
think your homeowner will be happy.
I certainly hope so. One thing I can say about this is it is user-friendly. I mean, a homeowner could apply this method, retreat or whatever with time. Pretty cost-effective, no fancy tools or equipment needed.
You don't need
for this.
anything, and if you get tired, you sit down, you can come back to it an hour
for
or
another
two later.
round, huh?
That's right.
So, a recyclable product that's cost-effective.
That's it.
Well, that makes it a winner.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see how the walkway is going to shape up here. Chris is putting the level to it. It's really nice and black at first. And I don't know if you can see how it's starting to gray up or lighten up in the sun. So, again, we've left our form boards in here. And this will be really our new edge here. What I'm going to do is put a light coat of water on it, like we said, and we'll tamp it in here. I don't want to wet it too much and make it soggy. Just enough to kind of press it together. As he's coming down this line, I'll give him a little bit of a heavy coat right there. And this will give us an opportunity to see just how it looks. Now it's still a little spongy. I mean, I can feel that. And if we recess too much here, we can come in with another layer, a little layer, and pack it again. Really, the more traffic that's on here, the better the walkway gets. I like the color. Well, since so much has taken place in a short period of time, it just wouldn't be fair if we didn't share some of the plant types and varieties we've used here today. The Burford holly for some glossy green foliage up along the pool, some holly fern down here, and a low 1 gallon azalea. And finally, finishing off this bed, which has some sunlight on the outside by the driveway end, lantana for continuous warm season color. I wanted to really share with you the walk since it's somewhat now established, finished and complete. Homeowners are using it, enjoying it, and you see where we tied in here. So now coming to the pool, we can go either direction. Again, this could be painted to somewhat match the charcoal color we have here. We'll get to this in a moment. Let's turn our attention over here where basically we've used the same type of plant material and plantings to achieve a little bit of balance. Low junipers, the Aztec, one of our transplanted sago palms. Now yes, we've cut all the foliage off it, anticipating this new growth here in the early spring that will be lush and add that palm tree look here. Again, Burford holly in our pathway around the side. What was a while ago an overgrown kind of untamed mess, if you would, it has a little bit of rhyme and reason, a little bit of color and design. The razzleberry on both ends, coming down with border grass, boxwood, and the lantana here. The big stumps, yes, we've kind of hidden, and we'll let the razzleberry go a little bit to soften that. Oh, what we didn't mention is the installation of 3 loquat trees. One here, central, and another one up on the right-hand side. Now, the loquats here are evergreen. They keep their leaves year-round and add this patio-type look or appearance to our planters and our wall. What the homeowner also enjoys about the Japanese plum is its lovely edible fruit. That's not only colorful, but nice to can or eat in that fashion. Making your way down our walk here, I reflect on the hard work and effort, installing this wall. But doesn't it look so much better having it planted to the full? Another sago that we took from up front and placed it really centrally here so you can see it from inside the pool and the back side. Some gardenias for color and fragrance around the pool, and then just color and low maintenance plants as we layer, terrace on down, and really complete things here. The walkway, again, is somewhat complete and stable. This hard surface has seemed to have packed even more so now. And again, we'll be here for years to come. Years to come. Doesn't this show you Once again, a lot of work, but a lot of fun. When we're finished, we always appreciate when a project has come together. We invite you to join us for another Designer's Landscape. Until then, I'm Gary Allen. I'll see you soon.